So now let's talk about one of your projects that I'm totally blown away by. Because you guys don't just design sound for public spaces and brands. You also work with your own innovational projects. And Impossible Run is one of them, where you experiment provided the accuracy of hyperdirectional sound technology. Walk us through this experiment, especially where did you come up with such a brilliant and life-changing idea using sound?
It is a very long story. I'm going to try to keep it shorter.
Yes.
But the thing is that we had a phone call from an organization that is working with people that can't see at all or just can see very, very little. It's called Synskadades Riksförbund. But we had a phone call from a guy, and they're going to have like a big event where they're inviting people from the whole country in Sweden. And they are, most of them don't have, they're totally blind, most of them. And he was curious if there was possible to guide people with sound. So if we can have like a unique sound telling this target group that if you follow this sound, it would take you to the restaurant. If you're following this sound, it would take you to the conference. And so we said like, well, yeah, we let's give it a try because we do have the technology. But we said like, let's have a meeting. And when he called me and I spoke with this man, his name is Leif. His conversation was like, he was totally seeing, because he said like my wife that can't see at all. And then I thought that, okay, his wife cannot see at all, but obviously he can. So we invited this group to our office, and we prepared like normal, we had like cases on the screen, we prepared the showroom, we had like coffee and fruit and cake and blah, blah, blah. And then we saw the taxi coming, and out of the taxi, there is 4 people coming with blind stickers. So we realized we are now having we're going to have a customer meeting with 4 people that can't see at all. So put the screens down, you know what I mean? Like, how are we going to handle this meeting? So they enter our office, and we really felt stupid because we didn't really know how to handle the situation. So I said to this Leif, like, this is the first time we have a meeting with blind guests. So you need to help us, so you will have whatever you need from this meeting. So we had a brilliant meeting. We had so much fun. But that meeting gave us an understanding of like, if you can see and you put the blindfold on, it's not the same thing at all, because I know what the room looks like. A person who can't see at all doesn't have a clue. How big is the room? Where is the furniture? They can, because they're sensitive, they might feel how many people there are in the room, but they don't know if there's like another door, is there windows, what is, So we start to realize like we have knowledge, we have stuff that other people could use, and it would make a big difference for them. So we made this event, and we managed to do the sounds with directional speakers for people to navigate. And that gave us like, what else can we do with this? So we started to talk with some other people, and then we had an opportunity to speak with a bureau called Macan. And so we started to do a casting. We spoke with these people on Synskadades Riksförbund, if we can do some sort of, if they had people that want to be involved in a project. We didn't first of all realize what kind of project should we do. So we start to read more and more and more about what is it if you can't see at all. How do you become like an Olympic athlete if you can't see? How is that even possible? So then we found out that if you are running, you're always running with someone, You're combined to someone else that can
Oh.
see. And if that person, if you're better than that person, you're not going to be as good as your potential.
Yeah.
And if that person is going to snubble or something and fall, then you're not going to be, you're not going to enter the race. So there's, and if that person is going to not going to show up for your training. So there's like, we go like, this is crazy. This is insane. This is like old fashioned. Why is this? And then we start to look like on other sports where a person can see is screaming to the blind person, 100 meters, 75, 50, 25, jump. You go like, is this how it's, it's insane. What if that person is like just looking a little bit like this half a second? So then we figure out it's a lot of blind people get a lot of injury. They can't train with full potential. So that was like, gave us just something like, can we do something? Because you can navigate with sound. Can this group do this? So that's how it started. It was something that was boiling in me and a couple of my colleagues' head. And then we spoke with, then we start to do bits and pieces in the office where we were walking around with blindfolded. And then we start to realize like, we need to have a blind person involved. So we went out on Facebook and we found Oscar. And then we had Makan that was like helping us to communicate about this, because we wanted to do something that we would not earn money on, that we could give away to someone that could actually take it and do something good with it. So the Impossible Run took us 2 years behind the scenes to do with different technology, with training with Oscar, finding locations where we can build up the technology, and the rest is history. So when we realized it is working, because it was really exciting to see, like every time we're going to do the experiment with Oscar, he was combined to the person he was training with, to warm up. And then that person put him, with where the speakers are. And then he was by himself and he was running 60 meters straight on with the help of the sound. So we wanted, to find someone that could actually take this project to fly. And we had the opportunity to be in Channel 4 in the morning. And the only thing that we said, like, we have to say that we want to get in contact with Parasport, with the organization Parasport. And we did. We managed to get it out, and they called us and they knew about the project. So now we are continue working with the project together with Parasport, and also we got foundation, or not we, Parasport got foundation from Vinnova. So now we are training with the real elites of blind athletes. So it's fantastic.
Wow, I'm getting goosebumps, because I'm feeling like this, sound has such a magical power of doing good, and
that is really the power of sound.
helpful, and it's so inspiring. Well done on that.
Thank you.
Vibrations that travel through the air, invisible and incredibly powerful. My name is Margareta, and I've always been fascinated by sound. Hearing has always been classed as a secondary sense to sight. We have learned to rely on light to make our way through the world, simply because sound is harder to control, until now.
My name is Oscar, and I'm 17 years old, and I am an athlete. Sports give me a situation where I'm comfortable, because I'm comfortable to use my body.
I have never heard that someone can run only guided by sound. I thought that was impossible.
In this project, we are assisting a blind man to run in a straight line with the help of sound. Lexter has been using these speakers since the beginning to create directional sound experiences. Directional speakers emit sound in a narrow beam. anywhere where you want to have complete control over the sound. You want sound here, but not there. So to help Oscar navigate, we have set up 2 walls of sound, the left wall and the right wall. A beeping tone in one speaker, beep, and a sound effect in the right speaker that sounds like rip, and they're jumping between each other all the time, so you have like beep, whip, beep, whip. So Oscar always knows where the left wall is and the right wall is by listening to these sounds.
This is the big day. If we will succeed tonight, we will also leave something behind. This is something that we've been planning for 2 years. I feel emotional, I feel happy. Also, I'm very proud of Oscar. I think he's doing an amazing job.
I think that he's always had a passion for sports, but he was 3, I think, when he still could see a little bit. He looked at TV and saw them playing ping pong, and he said, that's what I want to do when I'm older. If Oscar has taught me anything, he has taught me lots. One thing is that disability is not the disabled people, it's us who puts limits on him. That doesn't really exist. I think he's going to make it. I think that this is going to work.
Oscar made it, we made it. It was a brilliant evening. It was really wonderful to see Oscar for his first time run without anyone helping him. He was running on a straight line and the sound was helping him. Oscar himself said to me that it was connected with freedom for him. He felt absolutely free when he was running by himself.